Walter, can you walk us through that touchdown play? Looking at the replay, you took on 2 Texas defenders on that play.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll take you guys like from the beginning, really. First off, I guess got to give props to the coaching staff and Coach Biedenbow for really getting us ready. Because for that whole game, I was the calmest going into that 2-minute period. I was like, okay, let's go get this win, but I wasn't, overly hyped or like, I was focused, I was ready to go. And credit that to doing the 2-minute drill. We do it every Wednesday. And sometimes we are tired going in that drill, but we do it anyways. And if you might not want to do it, we still do it because we know one day it's going to happen. And on the biggest of stages, it happened at the Red River Rivalry. And so I just got to credit the coaching staff for like really just keeping that up with us and making sure that we did it and stayed on our toes. And so going to that final drive, we got a couple of passes to 2 passes to Drake, got a lead draw with Dylan, and so now we're on the 2nd and goal. I think we're on like the 5-yard line or something, and so like it's a Liz protection, so we're on the zone side, and the ball snapped, and when I'm in the game, I'm like, okay, I'm off with the clap, but going back and watching film, I was late. Like, I was really late out the ball. I wasn't even saying, I was like, dang, I was that late out the ball. And so I'm setting, and, I got, it's been a lot all game, in our communication definitely needs to get better. And, especially on my part, I was trying to get an out call, and I don't think I was loud enough, and I might have been a little bit too late. And that backer was a little creeped down, so Caden was definitely keeping eyes on him in case he came. But I set, and I didn't really feel like I had Caden with me, and so I saw 91. Okay, let me block him, and then I saw the pressure, either safety or corner coming off the edge, and I was like, okay, let me stick out a hand. Let me see if I can get him to. And as an O lineman, your job is to protect the quarterback at all costs, no matter what. It's basically the basics, of our job, and so I just stuck out 2 hands there, and I was just trying to protect with all I could, because what they've been preaching here since I've gotten here is the uncommon effort. And that whole drive was uncommon effort, and I was just trying to do my absolute best to just protect as much as I could. That's really all it was. There wasn't any secret to it. I mean, if you go back into the film, watch the replay, after they scored, like I was kind of out of it. Like I was doing my job. I thought DG threw it out of bounds. Even with the crowd was going crazy, I was like sitting there. I was like, did we score? And like I went to go, so like it didn't even hit me until I got to the sideline, and I was like, we scored. I was like, we're gonna win this game. Like we're gonna win the game. Like that. And then I was talking to one of the coaches, and he was like, you blocked 2 dudes. I was like, I blocked 2 dudes. I was like, I blocked. So just getting hype on the sideline is one of the best moments. But like I said before, like going into that drive, I was the calmest I was, and I just did my job as an O lineman, and as I'm sure anyone else on the starting 5 or anyone else in the O line room would do as well. Just doing our job, So
obviously Dylan and Nick get a lot of the attention for that play, but you on the left side and then Tawi picking up Jalen Ford coming on the right side. How big is it to get that collective effort in that moment?
I mean, that play really shows you, because if I may get those blocks, but like you said, if Tawi doesn't get the block or Stogg doesn't do his job, then the play might not work out the same way. And so it's just going to Game 6. Like we've really become, even with some of the different starting lineups that we've had, cohesive unit, and to become this great Oklahoma offense that we are. Don't get me started on the defense. Like they are some monsters, and I think especially going into this bye week and moving forward, like we have so much to improve on, even getting closer with one another, both on and off the field, just gelling, and I'm really excited moving forward. And what Tawi did, what the whole O-line did, DG and Nick Nick Anderson in that moment was nothing short of amazing. Everyone did their job and executed perfectly.
How did that atmosphere on Saturday compare to what you expected going in? I know you heard a lot about it, but
so I've been a part of rivalry games before, with Stanford and Cal, and at the time I was like, yeah, Stanford Cal, that's like the mecca, But then like even going into before you even get to the stadium, like I was just like, wow, this game might be huge. Because I've seen it on TV and whatnot, and I'm like, okay, it's cool. But it's different being actually on TV and then actually there in person. And like, I slowly started to realize, I was like, okay, I already know, like, I didn't even like Texas going before I even got to Oklahoma. So that was, a good starter. But I really developed this kind of animosity towards Texas that I didn't think I even had towards Cal. Because I didn't like Cal. Excuse me for using this word, I hate Texas. But even though I say sorry, even though I hate Texas, I still respect them as a team. And I'm sure they might say the same thing about us. But going into that game, and then you have just the sea of red and the sea of orange coming together, like there really is no other atmosphere like it. I mean, you got the Iron Bowl, you got Michigan versus Ohio State. And correct me if I'm wrong, this is the only rivalry game that's played in like a neutral ground setting. Like
Florida, Georgia, but it's a little bit different.
Okay, my bad. But this is the best one that plays on a neutral ground. I know I'm a little biased there, but going into I had to go outside. I had to go out to the field during pregame just to get a feeling of it, and then jogging on that field, you hear like the cheers, and you hear boos, and it's just sound waves going against each other, back and forth. And like it was deafening. Like one side of we're on the 25-yard line on our home side, and I can hear everything. And we get down to the goal line on the Texas side, I can't hear a thing. It was one of the best atmospheres I've ever been a part of. I got to say that is and actually I've beaten the number 3 team before. When unranked Stanford beat Oregon my junior year, I will say that. This is the happiest I've ever been after a football game. I was hurting. I'm hurting now. I was hurting after that game. When Key or whoever tipped that ball down, all my pain just went away. Running on that field, I was high on life. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I was so full of joy and happiness for my teammates, the coaching staff, my family, the fans. It was such an amazing experience, especially, and I wasn't even here last year, when it went 49-0. But I tell you what, Schmitty in the summer and the winter, I was like, we need our get back. I wasn't even here, but I was like, we gotta have unfinished business, because all those med balls we do, hey, guess what? 49 med balls, and we would do 49 med balls before workout, 49 med balls after workout. And we do those every day. Like you really can't. Like it was like you weren't gonna forget that score. Like you weren't gonna do it anyways. But like I said, I was so happy for everyone, and just we did our jobs.